Christian Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents A Devil Named Lucifer, Uncovering the Diabolical Life of Satan and How to Resist Him, by Jared Brock. Narrated by Lyle Blaker. This book is dedicated to Chris and Kate Frost for their angelic hospitality that made this book possible. Preface. My mother and siblings left early for Guelph Bible Chapel because Mom was on coffee duty. I was supposed to ride with my father, who was the church's youth pastor, and due to teach Sunday school in 15 minutes. "I'm just on a quick phone call," he whispered. "We'll leave in 5 minutes." 10 minutes later, I ran into Dad's office. "You're going to be late for class," I said. My father, wide-eyed, covered the receiver. "Go downstairs and pray. I'm on the phone with a demon." My 12-year-old self rushed downstairs to my bedroom, where I dropped on my knees and clasped my hands in prayer. "Dear God, please, slay the demon?" I stumbled through a perfectly incoherent prayer, unsure what to say or think. My mind was reeling. Dad's on the phone with a demon? What are they talking about? Since when do demons own phones? I doubt I said 20 words of prayer before sneaking back upstairs to listen at Dad's office door. It was mostly silent. Clearly, the thing on the other end of the phone was doing most of the chin-wagging. I paced back and forth for a small eternity, alternating between prayer mutters and eavesdropping. I wondered who would police the several dozen rowdy teenage boys whose Sunday school teacher had canceled class without notice. An hour later, it was over. We had properly missed church for the first time in living memory. "You can come in," Dad said. I burst into the room, flopped down on his black leather recliner, and started my inquisition. "Tell me everything." Introduction. Speak of the devil. We have never heard the devil's side of the story. God wrote all the books. Attributed to Anatole France. In my previous book, A God Named Josh, I set out to myth-bust the life of Jesus Christ by showing scripturally how Jesus was actually named Yehoshua ben Yehoseph, how he likely wasn't born at Christmas, likely worked with stone instead of wood, had far more than 12 disciples, many of whom were women, and wasn't killed by the Jews, but was actually assassinated due to the machinations of a money-hungry crime family. The goal was to help readers envision a more accurate image of Jesus so we could walk in his footsteps a little less waveringly. I hope to do something similar regarding Satan in A Devil Named Lucifer. When you understand how he works, why he does what he does, and who he does it for, it makes life's challenges easier to bear. But let me tell you, writing a book about the devil is significantly harder than writing a book about Jesus. For one thing, the Bible barely mentions the brute, whereas every page of Scripture is about Jesus. Books, articles, films, and other research on the devil only provide so much help, usually with a heaping helping of added confusion and unclarity. If anything, there are more volumes of misinformation and disinformation on the devil than hard facts. So most Christians are left confused, and pastors typically just avoid preaching on the devil altogether. That is, unless the pastor or televangelist is downright obsessed with the devil, in which case they inflate the devil far more than he deserves or warrants. Indeed, the devil is an extremely popular fellow. Just think of how many idioms there are about him. The devil is in the details. The devil makes work for idle hands. Better the devil you know. When someone we like or dislike walks into the room, we say, "Speak of the devil." We describe a blue or red politician as the devil incarnate. When it's time to pay up, we give the devil his due. When we want to present the opposing side of an argument, we play devil's advocate. We humans love to name objects in his honor, too. Case in point, I live near a devil's bridge, and I used to live near a devil's punch bowl. All over the world there are big, scary devil's dikes, devil's slides, devil's gorges, devil's dens, devil's hills, devil's valleys, devil's canyons, devil's towers, and even a devil's throat and devil's nostrils. What the devil is going on?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?